In a sense of Mayowa case, a case that has been so dramatic, today I decided, let me go fetch some two individuals to argue the case. Because for me, I've got somebody here who says, oh, Khumalo, oh, she must be defended. And then I've got another one who's saying, ababo, shwe, allegedly. Right. Right. Now, you will remember that there's a lot of things that are happening in the Senzo Meyiwa case. Who killed the Senzo Meyiwa case? There was a lot of things. Now, just to give you a bit of a summary there. There's the safety of MEC, the then safety of MEC. She said that no, there were two people who were drug addicts who came into the house. They actually wanted to rob them their belongings so they can fit their drugs. Well, that was the story, right? Yeah, the story has changed. The version that is now being given, it's no longer a story of two druggy individuals. It's a story of hitmen in carbines went into that house and say, hey, fuck, cell phone and money. You know what I'm saying? And that was the case. I don't know. Now you've got eyewitnesses that were in that case who were not, the state is not intending to call. If I will put you into your memo, right? I put it to you that this is what you need to remember. Khumalo, Khumalo, those people, according to the testimony given by Zandi Khumalo, Thokosi Sithwala, and Tumelo, they give us this thing to say, these three people are eyewitnesses, but the state does not intend to call eyewitnesses, including Khumalo, because remember, we believe that anything that is said in court under oath is the truth. So Zandi Khumalo tells a story that Senzo Meyiwa was shot in the presence of Khumalo, as well as in the presence of Khumalo. Now, then you've got Charmaine who says, "Hi, Bo, let's protect these women. Hi, Bo, Charmaine."
Most definitely. I mean, I don't get why Khumalo is being implicated in this case. Why is she being called the mastermind by these articles that I've read? Trying to nail her as the mastermind behind the death of Senzo Meyiwa. Poor Khumalo. I mean, seriously, what she had to go through because of these implications, because of these accusations that she's been accused for. The singer has been maintaining her innocence for 9 full years, and she's saying that she now trusts the process. I mean, for someone to reach that level whereby they are just trusting the justice system to finally bring justice to the death of the father of her child. At the same time, she's being looked at as one of the prime suspects. It doesn't actually make sense, because when a significant other dies, the first person to be looked into it's the spouse that is left alive, as if, I mean, okay, to some extent it makes sense, and it doesn't make sense at the same time if it continues now being named that you're the one, and they're trying to bring all these evidences that they can't even prove clearly. I mean, in the house, according to this article, Times Life, it actually says footballer Senzo, who was Kelly's boyfriend, was killed in October 2014 at her family home in Vosloorus, right? Among those in the house at the time of the murder were Kelly, her sister Zandi, her mother Ntombi, her son Christian, Senzo's friends Tumelo and Togo and Longwetala. I mean, there were so many people in the house, and at the very same time, my question is, why are they accusing the poor women? Why are they saying that Khumalo was the mastermind? The people that you call your friends are capable of becoming your enemies. So why not suspect them mainly and implicating Khumalo in this case? She's the mother of his child.
So, according to you, by the mere fact that she's a mother of his child, therefore he's innocent. That's at least what I'm hearing from you. But I'm gonna come back and interrogate that.
Hey.
Willie?
What she's saying is that the women must get immunity, all because they are women. she's no longer advocating for women, saying that they're all equal to men. You know, we must also remember that Senzo Miwa was a father of 3. He was a national treasure. You know, we lost not just the family, but the nation as well lost a great figure in society. And before you even start going far by defending these women, Bahlali, we have to understand that within that house, there were individuals, men and women, in that house when that happened. After the incident, do you know what happened? Evidence was tampered with. They allowed the neighbors to walk into the crime scene, tampering with the evidence. When the police got there was no blood found in the kitchen. Yet they say that one person says no, Senzo Meyiwa fought off these guys. And then the other say no, we saw 2 men running out. No, they came in for phones and all that. But as time goes by, more and more evidence comes into light. I don't want to hit Charmaine with everything that I have right now. You know, I just want to give her a 9mm kancane. No.
A 9mm. I'm interested in now what you've just termed a 9mm, because now there's a battle in court. Is it a revolver that kills Senzo Meyiwa, or is a 9mm? All right, we've been having that. We know who the revolver belongs to. Ale Jackley. Yeah, he's gonna come after me and say, these podcasters, they want subscribers. That's why they keep mentioning my name. Aibo, relax. Guys, basically, Charmaine, you are saying, hey, is the mother of these children. That alone is it enough? Because I'll give an example. The widow, Patrick Shai, who took his life, she complained about why I'm being investigated, but it's a procedure. Police must investigate anyone and everyone for them to come to a conclusion that you are clear. And it's not like they hate her, because it's often happen where if I'm married to you and I die, you are the first suspect. Don't think that it's new now that you are a suspect. If you die, I'm the first suspect. And I shouldn't think that it's new. It's been practiced. They just want to make sure that they clean up everything and make sure that now they can start looking somewhere else as well. So now, tell me something. Are they supposed to, is Kelly Khumalo supposed to be getting away with things just because she's a woman? Oh, she gave birth to the child. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
That's not, don't get me wrong, that's not what I'm basically saying. Every criminal act deserves punishment, actually. But in this case, what criminal act are we talking about? Because she didn't commit it clearly. Listen to her words when she was interviewed in Ukhozi FM. She said, for me to keep sane and for me to remain in place of faith and trust in God, I have to stay away from the noise and wait for God to prevail. I mean, she's just now left this whole matter to God, because the way it's taking so long, it's mentally draining, and it also costs her money. She was cancelled at a gig that she was supposed to perform at, completely cancelled, and that was a loss. I mean, what is she supposed to provide for the child that remains? So it's just torture to a very huge extent. While you are still mourning and while you are supposed to be at peace, she's literally looking for justice as well. It's not that she's just sitting there and like she doesn't care anymore or something. I mean, she literally does. She loved the man, right? And now she's left with his offspring that she still has to take care of, that she still has to think of. And this case not being concluded, it's draining her mentally. So that's why it's not that I'm supporting women that do wrong acts. I'm just saying that now these implications, these allegations are bringing cost to her current living life right now. How is she supposed to move on and continue while there's still this hanging case and she's the prime suspect?
I'm just yawning now That's how tired I am with this case. All right. Willie, MC Willie.
Yes.
What evidence do you have?
I just want to, before I enter it, I want to give Charmaine a tip of the iceberg. If tables were turned, and Kelly was the one unfortunately found, and Senzo was the suspect, long ago he would have been incarcerated. Why? I want to come back to what Brigadier Bongani Kininda's affidavit, which is signed in November 2020, said. It states accused number 1, Muzi Sibiya, implicated Kelly Khumalo as the person that ordered the killing of soccer star Senzo Meyiwa. More than on one occasion, evidence has risen stating that Kelly Khumalo is the ringleader of this thing. And this is just us quoting an affidavit that was given by Brigadier. We are not speculating. As we take it a step further, there are phone conversations as well that were recovered, deleted messages, deleted texts. Why were all these things deleted? Why was evidence tampered with? When you're talking about Kelly Khumalo having to feed the children, yes, it is valuable concerns, and we would like to use the notion of women are always targets and all that, but we have to understand that a life was lost, a life was taken, and there are people who were present at that time. Why is it that these killers, instead of eliminating, there are killers, right? Instead of eliminating everybody in the room and getting rid of the evidence, they chose one primary suspect. Why? Was he the only one amongst all other men fighting off these guys when he had so much to lose? Was he the only one? See, this brings out questions as well, Oguti. How is it that we are here and then one of us passes away, but we don't know what happened? None of us can give, or rather say something tangible to make a direct implication.
Okay. You see, there's this problem that it happens or it does. Okay, time and again. We saw Somizi getting cancelled because there was an allegation coming from local Mohale. There was an abuse allegation. Somizi was cancelled on Metro FM, cancelled on Idol SA. This issue of cancellation has been happening. So surely Kelly Khumalo is not a victim in a way. She's not the first to suffer such. And she's definitely not the last. There was this girl called Jelly Baby. She had a fight or insulted a pick and pay cashier. Guess what happened to her? She suffered the consequences, right? So I'm saying to say, yeah, you can say that she's suffering, but I'm saying, if I were to face those allegations today, I will also suffer too. What's special about her? Why must she not suffer? Because she's a woman.
No, it's been years now. Let's look at the years that this trial has just been rolling and rolling. It's been full 9 years. 9 years later, and there's still this file that's still hanging.
With
when
evidence
is
rolling
justice
as well.
finally going to be served? And she being, you guilty and you innocent until proven guilty. And so far, looking at this whole trial and everything, there is no evidence that actually is enough for the court to just withhold her in jail. She's never been behind the bars, and that actually speaks volume about her innocence as well. And also, she's also mended her relationship with her sister Zandi Gumede. Like, Zandi Gumede didn't have a very good relationship with Kelly Khumalo, right? I mean, who knows you better than your own siblings? And now she's being supportive because she's seeing how this is a traumatic experience for her sister throughout.
So, okay. Guys, you see, the case of Senzo Meyiwa has got a lot of ups and downs, right? The evidence that has been produced there, There are people who have been arrested on the basis of the evidence that has been produced. What I'm saying is, I hear what you are saying, but it is also safe to say she has enjoyed privileges that generally people don't enjoy. Based on the evidence that has been produced in court, people get arrested based on that evidence, but she has not. So I hear the allegation, look, you think good, maybe, she's suffering. But she's suffering less compared to other people. Other people are arrested. I'll take Matulana, for instance, was released, right? I can go on and on and on people who, it's Java. Let's leave Matulana. Yes. Java. Perfect example. Java, Lady Zama comes with an allegation of rape. Java was cancelled. Look, he was supposed to, he was nominated by DSTV. I forgot the category there. Because of those allegations, cancelled. Java was supposed to participate on Uzalo. When Big Zulu ended up acting there, Java was supposed to be the guy that was there and was supposed, look, if Big Zulu was to follow, he would have followed after Java, right? So we're talking about somebody that we can point and touch and say, this guy has suffered on allegation that later on were proven that, nope, you are not guilty. Job is the latest, accused also by Khumalo, suffered, right? Until the NPA recently came and said, there's no allegation, we can't prove any case here. We are drawing all these things. So the case, now, I have made a submission to you and I've made a case to you. There are many people who are suffering. Khumalo, she's definitely not the first one. And in fact, I'll even go as far as saying men, in terms of counseling culture, have suffered the most than women. I'm talking about, these names just keep coming, guys. You want to give me another one? Boy. He was on SAPC1, Expresso Show, and then he was also on this ad, Out Insurance.
Yes.
There was an allegation he cheated, not even beating, cheated, cancelled. Yes. So when you say when you start coming,
women has suffered the most, and what we are just seeing right now
into this whole thing.
Not necessarily history, but I'm just saying women has suffered the most throughout the centuries.
Yes.
And now that men are actually paying for some of the crimes, and at the end they are proven innocent and everything. Not that I'm taking it lightly, but I'm just saying that, women has suffered the most. Your statement of men are suffering the most, I don't concur
but
with that.
But I'm coming to you. I've just proven to you. You want me to drop names? Because I can do it. They just keep coming in my head. I can do it. I can give you name after name after name. I'm not going to talk about America. I'm going to talk about people in this country, people who have suffered. And later on, it was then proven that those allegations doesn't exist,
yes.
Right? Look, it was just an allegation. People using things like that to look. So I'm saying to say then, I hear my sister, people who are saying, money, suffering. How about the other men then, if that's the case? Willie?
You mentioned something that, people actually suffer for more, far more less things than what has been presented against this individual, as well as phone calls that were linking Kelly Khumalo to the killer, contact that were linking her to the killer, that was found on her phone. What business does she have with that particular individual? See, these are questions that when are asked, people are said to know. They just want to bring a strong woman down. They just want to fabricate evidence. But when a man finds his significant other, let me just deviate a little bit. When a man finds his significant other in bed with another man for cheating, and out of anger, rage, hurt, frustration, disappointment, acts out of violence, and the whole world condemns that man. Why does that happen? But now, when this instant, it is a lady accused of a certain act, we now have to sympathize with her. Why? What's so special about women that we now have to discard men? Why aren't we important as well?
Okay, before I let you speak, guys, take everything that we said with a pinch of salt and use the word allegedly. Anything that we said which has not been proven in court, use the word allegedly. But when the reference we made, such as about Java and everything, it has been proven in court, we can't use the word allegedly. The things that we've said, which have been said in court, remember when they took an oath, they say, when Steyn, for instance, he's mentioning the issue of cell phone record, it was said under oath. So we want to believe that what is said under oath is the truth. So we go with it because it's the truth. We can't therefore say it's allegedly for something that was said under oath. Otherwise, if it's lie, then Steyn must be arrested. But other things that cannot be proven in court or have not yet been proven in court, use the word allegedly. Charmaine, what's your take? Are you advocating? I know.
You mentioned about messages found in her phone and everything, and I still stand with my case saying that there were other people inside the house. Anybody could have used her phone. What do you say about that?
Whoa,
I mean, anybody could have just.
I want to help you.
Anybody could have just used her phone and send those messages instead of it being her.
When she was panicking.
So why would you literally allegedly accuse her and now be sure that why should we sympathize with the women? Most of the widows suffer the most when their husbands die, after their husband's death, because it's either they are accused by society, either they are accused by the friends of the deceased husband, or they are accused by the family members of the husband side as well. So it's only natural for people in this country to sympathize with the poor women, because that's how suffering actually starts for women when they are being accused and accused and accused all the like it's been 9 years, guys. 9 years.
All right. What I want to remind you of is, now you're making it look like, how to be? Yeah, there was a SMS number 1. I called. Written from Kelly Khumalo's phone to Zandi Khumalo's phone, as per the evidence of Steyn, standing on the Senzo Mewa case, not the Vodacom, the SAPS expert, he told us in court, remember we said when they took an oath, we believe that what they said under oath is the truth, right? If they can be proven otherwise, you can be arrested for lying under oath. So we take it as the truth. Steyn told us, I quote, an SMS sent from Kelly Khumalo to Zandi Khumalo. I can almost not forgive myself if I can't get rid of him. 1 SMS, close quote. Tell me something that is a coincidence. Somebody took a phone. I'm not done, don't worry. I see. Another SMS on another day. I quote, Senzo Meyewa has brought a dark cloud on our family. So, sister, I'm not done. Another one. According to the evidence of Steyn, I called, close quote on the previous one. This one quote. Steyn says, Kelly Khumalo and accused number 5, who's known to be a hitman, were together, picked on a tower, located through using a tower. They were picked together in Kimberley. They made a phone call. Close quote. Fast forward. As per the evidence of Steyn, they were together somewhere in Limpopo, picked in the same tower, made a call, close quote. Again, they were together somewhere in Kimberley, as per the evidence of Steyn, close quote. You want me to finish you? Let me not finish you. Right. But I'm going to close this one by saying, As per the affidavit, or as per the leaked letter coming from an NPA, they allege that the money that was used to kill Senzo Meyiwa was 250,000 that was allocated in killing Senzo Meyiwa. And according to them, Kelly Khumalo received a loan of 250,000. She used 40,000 to the commission of the scene of the crime, right? According to that document, which was leaked. We all saw it. I still have the article that can prove that. So I'm saying, on the basis of all that evidence, you still stand by what you're saying, my sister?
I mean, if that was all true, why is she not in jail? If
Because-
that evidence that you quoted was all true, why is she currently not in jail? It's because she's innocent. I still stand by my words of saying that you innocent until proven guilty. That is not enough evidence. What if those SMSs she sent in anger? I mean, women tend to be angry sometimes and they say words they don't mean. So I mean, it's justifiable. We don't know at what point in their relationships. I mean, couples do quarrel, right? So maybe she might have just
coming back to
written
the
that.
point I made.
She might
I
have
like
written it in
I like
anger and all that. It's still justifiable. That does not still prove her guilty. If that was the case, she would be in jail right now.
Okay. Let me give it to you. She's saying that just because she's not arrested, it means she's innocent. It means she did not commit the crime.
Yes.
Therefore, away with Kelly Khumalo. That is what I'm hearing. Away with Kelly Khumalo. What's your take?
You know, my take on this is that, as she stated, that these might have been out of anger. These might have been emotion. You know, women and all, she's trying to justify a woman's nature to get away with murder. When I gave you the example of a man acting out of anger, we showed you and we proved it to you that they get incarcerated. But now you are stating, or rather, from the evidence provided, you are asked a question as to why hasn't she been arrested? What is at play here is that she is a woman. Sympathize with a woman for so long, whilst you are still gathering concrete evidence. So many men are sitting in jail today on accusations of rape made by women, were arrested with so little evidence because they took the word of the woman.
All right. I'm going to give you 1 minute closing remarks. This is your camera.
I am still saying innocent until proven guilty. I don't have any evidence whatsoever that is convincing to me right now that she's actually guilty. She's I mean, the father of her child died. The poor woman just wants justice. Let me not call her a poor woman. She's a strong, independent woman that is seeking justice right now. And these accusations are not giving her justice in any way. Let this case just be finished and over with and let her move on with life.
Okay. Right. I'm going to give you strictly 1 minute. To your closing remarks, here is your camera. In fact, this is your camera.
Bahlali, what is at play here is that a father lost a son. Children lost a father. A wife lost a husband. The suspects are brought and presented forward. Evidence is brought forward. The state money is being wasted when there is enough evidence. What more do they need? A confession, we wonder. So when you're saying innocent until proven guilty, how long are we willing to drag this case on for? It's been 9 years. How much more of the state's fund should be invested into this with the evidence, strong evidence that has been presented? But the state is somehow avoiding arresting this one individual that has evidence pointing towards it simply because of the difference between her chest and ours.
Guys, Ushaman here, she mentioned the fact that, she's suffering, whatever. I'm asking myself, the case of Senzo Meyiwa, it has only been in court for 3 years. Yes, Senzo Meyiwa died then, but the case has only been in court for 3 years. There's a case in this country that has been in court for 20 years. It's the one between Jacob Zuma, the arm steel case. If we're talking about people who are suffering, then I'm just wondering, if we talk about emotional suffering.
And she wants him in jail. You know, she wants him in jail. You see, this just goes to show the hypocrisy of life.
You see, so if then the other one is suffering, I wonder how much Zuma is suffering.
He's suffering
20 years.
for wanting to protect the country.
So that just goes to tell you. But I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna say, take anything that I say with that we said with a pinch of salt and use the word allegedly, especially things that have not yet been proven in court. Obviously, we're human. We're just speaking about things that we are seeing and things that we're displeased with when it comes to the Senzo Mayiwa case. So what you can do, you can just like the video. Come on, guys. It's free of charge. Like the video. If you don't like us, just like the video for the sake that you don't like us. Right? Like the video. If you like us, like the video. Comment in the comment section below. And by the way, subscribe. It's also free of charge. Come on, good people. We'll see you on the next episode. But until such a time, good people, do take care.